So
That's nasty.
it is nasty. But then that old rotten hay. Let me talk about here what we're doing, Mama. Let everybody know this was an old tobacco barn that finally fell. And we're harvesting some of the old, as you would call it, barnwood off to repurpose in our home. We've harvested a bunch already. We still got a mess to clean up, but we're going to try to make use of all of it. Try to save what we can. Very old. So, Big Mama is on the job. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Don't step on a nail. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see your reaction on film. She found some eggs. Let's take a look. Oh, they like, oh yeah.
What is that?
I would say lizard or snake eggs, I'd say.
Not funny.
I'm not being funny.
Well, let's kill them.
But we don't know what they are.
I don't care.
Let's not. Let's just leave them alone. We'll put this back down.
I don't want to have to come back up here and get more wood and they'd be big snakes running everywhere.
Well, they'll move on.
Yeah.
It's probably a lizard. Maybe a frog. I don't know if frogs lay eggs or not.
Frogs don't lay them kind of eggs.
They lay them in the water, don't they?
Yes.
Probably a lizard.
Well, I'm going to step on them.
Don't do it. At 10, see if there's anything under it.
I'm not doing that.
Here, I'll pull it from this side.
Well, you better let me get out of the way.
No snake. There's no mason jar. I wonder if it's got a date on it. Oh, lid's rubbed off of it. Oh man, it's got a hoe in it. Terrible.
I got busted when the barn fell.
There's a 6193, a J, and an 8.
I need ones that are blue.
Well, I'll give a little backstory here. This stays wet all the time. You see the water standing over in here. But I guess back many years ago, probably before my time, there was old hand dug house coal mines all the way around through here. You can tell, see the trees growed up in it, how big they are. A good indication of how long ago it's been. But they seep water all the time out of that coal seam. And it's old iron water. And that was the biggest problem we have with using this area. The barn just rotted off at the bottom. So I'd like to get in here with a big excavator and ditch it against the hill. Try to utilize this land again. I think if I could get in front of the coal seam to catch the water and drain it.
Stop
tore up.
fighting! Come down here. I'm going to baptize you in his blood.
Mama, just think of the views you're gonna get off that.
I don't really care about no views.
Just think about it, go viral.
I can care less.
Whew, Lord, if that had been a big snake. Yep. Man, that dirt is getting rich. Oh boy. Very time. Not a lot of them here. The ones that are very good. Look at that dirt. That's so dark. We used to let the cows roam up in here, and we had hogs over there. Made some good compost. Right there. Wonder if that old feed trough's busted.
I don't know, but it'd be good if it ain't.
Well, I got a lot to get off of it. Yeah. If I get it to drain and sow some good grass on it, I think it'd be excellent. It'd be beautiful. Man, I could put something else up here.
I think we should get the can off, salvage what wood we can, and just burn the rest of it.
Yeah. I agree.
Get to work.
Not too.
Did you get, did you steal them off them chickens yesterday?
Yep.
Poor things.
Oh, Lord. Watch out for snakes.
Ha ha, you're not funny.
Which side did I say I was going to put them on? Same way as the last.
That's what you said.
I wonder.
You're always wondering.
I do. Now slide the other board in.
Come on, you're taking too long.
That nerve crooked is. Oh,
It'll be all right.
where's our government? Just saying. Don't hate on me. Oh. Hey everybody. So we was collecting some of the old barn wood from the old tobacco barn up there you've seen in earlier clips. And I want to show you where we repurposed some of it and see what you think. And then to some of my Appalachian people, I'm going to show you some old relics, maybe some things I'm not real 100% sure what it is. Maybe you might know what it is. And some old coal mine stuff belonged to my dad, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. Okay, so what we done here is originally sheetrock in behind that, and instead of taking the sheetrock down, we painted it flat black. And the reason we chose to do that is because when we're putting up this wood, that you see the gaps. It's the old barn wood. We didn't plane it or nothing, and there's little gaps. But if you fill it with flat black, it's not noticeable. It's not drawing your attention to the cracks, which allows you to look at the other things here. So we got a little modern, and then we got a little antique. Now I'll just start. Let me come over here. This old pick. This old coal picker, I cleaned it up, but it was actually left behind by the people who had this before. So it's really untelling how old it is, and there is old hand-dug coal mines here. So, they may have used it for that, who knows. But I done half the walls, and then I left the other half still sheetrock. But this old horse, what would you call this, honey? A harness or a lead? This leather, part of a harness. It belonged to her dad's. He had a workhorse. Old Tony was his name, and that was his part of his harness. Now this wasn't. We bought these at a flea market just to add to it. And then the little, I guess you'd call that a sickle, an old rake. But anyway, we got some old quilts here, that family heirloom quilts. You come on around here, we made some more heirloom quilts. We made quilt holders out of tobacco sticks. So, and these are functioning, we don't use them, but they are functioning coal oil lamps. We bought them from Lehman's, and we hung them on the wall for looks beside the TV, but they're also functional, so if the power goes out, put a little coal oil in them, and we have light. Then you have the Appalachian treasures here. Toothpick. No double barrel. But anyway, got some old wrenches here. Her brand and Electrolyte, just old wrenches that I've accumulated over the years. Some belong to my dad. And there's a real old stink bug. Anyway, so a 1902 almanac. My daughter bought that for me out of town. We got the this axe here belonged to my grandpa, and then Dad gave it to me, double-bitted axe. Now this, let me ask you this. Who knows what this is? Now I from the studying I have come up with, that is a hay saw for when hay is piled up. But some people dispute that and say it's an ice saw. Maybe it's dual purpose, I don't know. And then the old corn planter, seed planter by hand. But anyway, with the coal mine interest people here, my dad used to send me stickers all the time, the Betts Mining Chemicals, and then the Wheat National Mine Service Company. And then right here, I don't know if you can see them, but they used to put them in the coal samples, and Dad would save up a bunch and bring to me. You know, a kid, it don't take much to entertain. But some of my grandpa's old knife. It's supposed to be a John Primble, and this is a German knife, and this is a knife my dad gave me. And my grandpa's old pipe. And my mother-in-law gave me that. That's what they call a lucky egg. Got some old money in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. This old saw, that's my wife's. We cleaned it up a little bit. Okay, here's an interesting item. Can anybody tell me what this is? I've heard everything in the world. We initially thought it was a hog ear notcher to identify your hog. But after looking the way it's made, I seriously doubt it. It would have to be the other direction. You know what I mean? This would have to be turned the other direction and sharper. So, I don't know what it is. But it's old, I'm sure of that. Some old shears, hay hook, maybe an ice pick, I don't know. You got some old irons up there. Soldering irons, I think they called it. I think that's a tobacco knife or a corn knife. Old monkey wrench. Old hand saw. I still use this when I ain't got a cordless drill. I still use it. I've got a set of bits. It works excellent. Then we got the old emasculators. Yeah. So anyway, that's what we do with our barnwood. We repurpose it. Talk about chicken wars. My goodness. I believe they could just about pack me. Attack of the chickens.